This is Olbermann versus Trump. One of Trump's top advisors, the self-professed recovered crackhead MyPillow con man, met with him Friday afternoon in the Oval Office and appears to have advised Trump to invoke the Insurrection Act of 1807, to announce that China and Iran are guilty of foreign interference in the 2020 election, to declare, quote, martial law if necessary, and to turn over key positions in the government to the likes of Kash Patel and Sidney Powell. All of those references and many more were visible on notes this lunatic Mike Lindell was photographed holding as he waited to be ushered in to meet the increasingly untethered from reality Trump. It would be nice to dismiss this as Republicans try to humor a guy who's given them a lot of money. Unfortunately, not a week ago, the psychopath in chief who presumably heard all of this from Lindell didn't hesitate for a second to incite a coup against the U.S. government and a murderous attack on our Capitol. I first argued in 2015 that Trump was provably insane, and if his sedition last week didn't prove it, well, now you have this meeting with Lindell and what must be presumed, until and unless proven otherwise, to be the skeleton of a second attempted coup against President-elect Biden. One can argue with some optimism that any real attempt by Trump and the My Third Reich guy to invoke the Insurrection Act or declare martial law would be met with inertia from the military, but this still leaves a best-case scenario of our military leadership having to defy orders from our civilian leadership, crazy or otherwise. But it is imperative that we recognize that no matter what rational Americans might believe, people like Lindell and the QAnon crowd and the fascists like Marjorie Taylor Greene and 51% of the Republican Party think Trump did not go far enough to overturn the election. And many of them truly believe that the troops now in D.C. are there to arrest the president-elect. We are at the part of the horror movie Carrie where her victims go to her grave and suddenly her arm shoots out of the ground trying to grab them. The coup is not over. I don't give a damn why these creatures believe what they believe. They, Lindell and Trump included, must meet the most severe form of justice.